On with Amanda Medicare podcast. This is our newest Fireside Chat episode. I can't tell you quite how excited I am to have Officer Podejko here to tell us about a program in our community and throughout the country in some places. She's going to talk to us about that. That's really designed to help folks who are our first responders, our law enforcement, really engage with us in the most informed and proper way. So if you haven't heard of the yellow dot or the blue dot programs, don't be surprised.
Yeah.
But it's a great program. Really excited to tell you about it.
Yeah. So the Yellow Dot program has been around for about 10 years in the New York State area. It actually is a national program. Just other states and other agencies have different, so it's similar to the Yellow Dot program, but they have different stickers or different forms, all very similar with the same content and information. So if you were to contact one of your local sheriffs, they would have a kit, and a kit, it consists of 2 yellow stickers and 2 yellow forms, okay? For your vehicle, you would put this yellow sticker on the rear driver's side window, alerting the first responder, either the police officer, EMS, or fire personnel, to look in the glove box for this completed form. This form, actually I'll open it up for you, has all of your pedigree information. So in the case of an emergency and you're unable to respond or answer any of the questions, it gives the officer, paramedic, firefighter your full name, your date of birth, address, and then it's got emergency contact information, your doctor's information, preferred hospital, any medical conditions you may have, any medications, and hopefully an updated photo. So this actually gives first responders like a quicker place to start in order to assist you in an emergency versus going down the list of, oh, it could be this, oh, it could be that. Yeah. And just an absolutely great program. And then the second dot, or the second kit per se, is for your main point of entry into your residence. So you would put this on your, like I use my back door to get into my house regularly. So I would put it on the back door, and that alerts the first responder to look in your freezer. I tell people to put it in a baggie just in case, for freeze and thaw, for the completed form in there in case of an emergency. And I recommend if you live with more than one person, obviously you fill out one form per person. Okay. So yeah, or anybody that might be in your vehicle.
Okay. Yeah. So it just helps. I mean, time is so critical, especially in an emergency scenario. Oh, so it takes some of the guesswork out of what might it be, what's the best way to help this person. Yeah. It's amazing. I'm sure that they appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I've even had some people that are like, I don't drive. I had this really sweet lady who was like, I'm going to put this sticker on my wheelchair because she's got a motorized. I was like, heck yeah. I love that. One of the other things I like to mention is if you live in an apartment building, make sure you put it on your front door specifically. Okay. Putting it on the main entry door into the building wouldn't do anybody any good. So absolutely great program. I recommend it for anyone, literally. Yeah. So
I think about, the number of medications that some people take, potential interactions. Also, I get really nervous in emergency situations. Like, I'm not good at giving bad news. I'm not good at getting it. And I'm definitely not the one to call in a crisis. Yeah. My sister, the emergency room nurse, a much better option.
God bless her.
But I feel like even as a family member, it's easier probably to just hand that information and then you can supplement as you can rather than feeling responsible for relaying all that. So,
and especially like you said, in an emergency, like sometimes we freeze, and so like, you're like, what's your name? And you're like, I can't remember my name. And that does happen. I've seen that, and it's okay. It's just like, okay, take a minute, but also like depending on the type of situation, that can be completely like deafening in that moment. You're like, what's going on? Yeah. So great. Absolutely great to have on hand.
So a yellow dot would be for anybody of any age, just so that they can make their information known and help in that emergency situation.
Yes.
Okay. I also see a blue one there, and I do want to talk about this a little bit.
So this is the Blue Envelope program. This is specifically for drivers with autism. This program's been adapted nationally. It was made with the Autism Society, and law enforcement actually came together to actually create this so that it could prevent potential life-threatening situations, when there didn't need to be. Yeah. basically the front of the envelope is awesome. So this is instructions that they have for the driver. If you're stopped by a police officer, what they should do: keep their hands on the steering wheel until the officer comes to the door. Remember, the officer may shine a flashlight. Some people are photosensitive, things of that nature. Also, it tells the driver to say, hey, I have a blue envelope. So immediately the officer should be alerted, okay, the person that they're dealing with is on the autism spectrum. So if they don't look at them, if they do have fidgety movements, if they, go silent or don't respond, this allows the officer to adjust how they're speaking to that person or responding to that person to prevent a potentially dangerous situation.
Yeah, not just a miscommunication that maybe they're not obeying, but that they're
like they're not trying to be furtive or or sketchy. So the instructions for the driver on the front, which is spectacular, and instructions for the officer on the back in case they haven't been made aware of the program. The envelope says to put your driver's license, registration, and insurance card right in here. I generally tell people not to put their driver's license in here. I think you should keep your license on your person. And you can put a copy of your driver's license in here.
Okay.
Just to give the officer, again, like if you decide, to shut down and you're not having any further communication, at least they can verify that you are who you say you are,
right?
Sort of thing. So, but yeah, no, this is a great program. Like I said, we adapted it. It's been a national program. So if you wanted an envelope, you can actually call my office number. I can mail them out to you.
And we'll put the contact information up there, as well as a close-up of the forms that she's using so people can see the type of information that they would ask for on the forms.
Yeah, no, so great. And I can either mail them to you or I can hand deliver them to you. I have some at each of our stations. Our officers are very aware. Our other local police agencies have been made aware, which is pretty great.
Okay.
So
I love it.
Yeah.
And then you said that the blue isn't actually a dot, it's a blue puzzle piece, right?
Yes. So my agency partnered with the Autism Society of Central New York, and they printed us little blue puzzle piece stickers, which are fantastic. So I send those out with each of the envelopes, and I tell people to put the blue puzzle piece sticker on the rear driver's side window, also alerting the officer that's approaching the vehicle that someone in the vehicle or potentially the driver is on the autism spectrum.
So we have a program specifically for our friends, loved ones, neighbors, family with autism, just to help in that interaction between law enforcement or emergency personnel and the person who may be on the autism spectrum. The yellow dot is a motorist and a home, right? To help deal with those in emergency interactions.
Yeah. In the case that you're unresponsive, like I said, this program immediately provides the first responder all of the information. So
that's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So reach out in order to get the forms and the dots or the puzzle piece in the blue envelope, you can reach out to your local sheriff's department.
Yeah.
And then nationally, I know you said it's national, but not all states do it.
So not all states have adapted their own form of the blue envelope, but the blue envelope is a national program.
Okay.
So if most officers by now have had some form of training in dealing with people on the autism spectrum. So they might not be aware of the program, but if you said I have a blue envelope and you handed it to them, the instructions for the officer are right on the back.
That's great.
It's great. And the yellow dot program is actually statewide, but it's also been adapted by several other states, Massachusetts, New Jersey. Their stickers just look a little bit different, but the forms are pretty much the same. Has all the pertinent information that someone would need in case of an emergency.
Great. So locally, other places in the country, awesome. I'm so glad that you could come in today.
Yeah, thanks.
It sounds like you're really passionate about the project and how it helps people. So having you come in to share with us was great.
Thank you.
We'll post the contact information for if someone was in need of a yellow dot or a blue envelope. And like I said, we'll post some close-up photos of the form so you know the type of information you'd be collecting. Thank you for coming in.
Yes, thank you for having me. It's awesome.
Feel free to like and subscribe. And again, info@onwithamanda if you have questions. Amber and I will get back to you. Thank you so much. Thanks for listening to another episode of the On with Amanda Medicare podcast. Please make sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcast so you don't miss an episode. Also, please leave a review as that helps me reach more people that can benefit from this podcast's content. If you have questions or topics you want me to cover for a future episode, please email them to info@
I'm with Amanda.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Like any good industry, we do have compliance requirements, so here's my disclosure. We are not a government agency. We are licensed insurance agents who discuss insurance programs such as Medicare Advantage, Medicare Supplements, and Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage. Any specific plan information I provide is limited to the plans I offer in your area. Please contact Medicare.gov or 1-800-Medicare to get information on all of your options. Thank you.